It's nice to be back.
Okay, I'd like to welcome our dear listeners to episode 29 of Dinner with Dan.
Dang.
I am Dan Garris, your host of the podcast, and I must start tonight's podcast. I've got to fact check myself before we go any further. You know, I'm all about transparency and honesty and everything.
Yes.
So last week, I welcomed everyone to episode 27, when in fact it was episode 28.
Who called you out on that?
I called myself out on it. I self-reported, and I'm self-deporting tomorrow. I'm going to go back to Van Wert.
Be back in by Friday.
I hope I didn't confuse anyone searching for a missing podcast. So this is actually episode 29. It is Sunday, March 29th, 2026, which this year for the Christian faith is Palm Sunday. And perhaps keeping with the movie we will review, for those of the Jewish faith, Passover begins this coming Wednesday, April 1st.
That's right.
As usual, we are taping from Rowe Avenue, the premier avenue in Dayton's premier historic district known as Five Oaks. Although I've only ever seen one oak on this tree, and that's in front of Eddie's house.
Sure.
We have some in the backyards.
We do? Okay. Well, maybe sometime we will go on a, what do they call that? Where you count birds.
What is that called?
It's something. You know.
Like birding.
Birding, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like you go out and count
Like a
them.
census count?
Yeah, census. Yeah, we'll go out and
Oh, okay.
see if we can actually find Five Oaks.
Okay.
Okay, tonight at the table, all the regulars are back tonight for this podcast. Nan, Sam, Diya, Paul, Kate, and Eddie. And
Regulars.
the regulars, the table regulars are all back.
Full count of us.
No special guests here tonight. This is all the table regulars. And before updating each other about our doings this past week, what's for dinner?
Well, we decided to take it easy tonight. And we're doing Chinese food from China Cottage. But I mean, it's like a lot of
It
China
is a
Cottage.
spread and a half.
There's mushu down at the end. There's vegetable lo mein. There's pepper steak. There's combination fried rice. There's sweet and sour shrimp or pineapple shrimp. There's crab rangoon. There's wonton soup. There's egg drop soup. There's hot and sour soup. And there is a dozen spring rolls.
Eat up.
That's what we got.
That's right.
You could never have too many spring rolls.
We're
Do you
testing
know,
it
we
tonight.
will test
Do you know
that.
what's great about, there's only one thing better than Chinese food? Leftover
Or Chinese
Chinese
food.
We could have went to all the best deli for Jewish sandwiches.
We could have, but this is easier. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
What?
Oh, yeah. Eddie watched the movie. We watched it this afternoon.
Wow.
Amazing. So that's
Okay.
what we're having.
Okay. And without going too far into detail, what is the wine we're having?
Oh. So,
But you don't have to talk about the overall event because we'll talk about that at the end.
okay. Well, Sam and I did wine tastings for the event. We'll talk at the end of the podcast. And so we're having it at Joy, which we have a story for at the end about that too. Don't let us forget. And there's two cabs. One of the Cabernets we've chosen for next week. And then the Sauvignon Blanc that we chose for next week. So we let Mary Grace have all the Chardonnays because I don't like Chardonnay. And then there's a Pinot. She took a Pinot Noir and I took a Pinot Noir, so still we have it still down. So that's the wine we're having tonight.
Okay. So, Nanette, you can start since you were on the road a lot this
probably
week.
get this.
What have you been up to?
This is my mother.
Man, this combination fried rice is good.
Isn't it good? I worked so
It
hard
looks
on it, and Paul worked
delicious.
so hard on it. I ate a little bite of it. I like to go around eating people's food. So I am back from. Where was I? I've been gone 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I was in D.C. for the weekend, last weekend. Where was I the weekend before, Sam?
Phoenix.
Huh?
Phoenix.
Oh, in Phoenix, yeah. So Phoenix and D.C. And I went from Dayton to D.C., D.C. to Chicago, Chicago to Dayton. And I can report that that means I've been in 3 airports that had no TSA trouble.
There you go.
So I had a great time in D.C. And with friends, and then had a good time in Chicago as well. So glad to be, but I'm really glad to be home. And all my laundry is now washed. Very exciting. I'm thrilling.
You told me you missed Sam
Yes,
and Louie. Who did you miss the most?
Sammy.
They're still in love. They're still in love.
I missed Sammy.
Miss Sammy.
He's the best.
Louie just threw up.
Did he? From all the love? Or did he eat something?
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, it could be. I missed Dia's birthday too, which was Thursday, so I was sad about that too. But they went to Tie 9, right, Dia?
Oh, nice.
But that was my week, Danny.
Okay, Sam.
Well, the travel problems getting back to Dayton must be me.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
It's been constant on these trips where we get there okay and then we can't get home. Because when she went out by herself, there were no problems whatsoever.
How about that?
I know, right?
Sammy, here, will you give me some more water?
Yeah. Yeah, apparently it's me.
It is you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want to talk about your week?
Yeah, so Dee and I went out to dinner. That was nice. We also went to the Flyer game, which
that
was
was nice.
not well. They didn't play so well,
Yeah.
but we had fun. I'm really pleased. I play tennis every Monday. I'm really pleased with where my tennis game is right now. Knee's feeling really good. We went to the No Kings rally
Oh, we did.
yesterday. Nan spoke at that. That was really good. The wine tasting was really fun. We had a great dinner at the Pine Club.
Love the Pine Club. My favorite
Pine Club.
place.
I'm going to angle to get them as a sponsor for this,
I know.
just for Dan.
Pine Club sponsors this podcast. I'm out.
If they sponsor our podcast, you should very
That
watch it.
is that is a deal breaker
Family
for
crowd.
me. I am
Okay,
out.
crowd around.
That's it. Yeah. So it has been a good week. Yeah.
Dia.
Dia, you're up, girl.
We did everything that Sam said we did, and then
Yeah, we did. We did do those things.
and then I went to school.
But what's this week, Dia?
Oh, spring break.
Yeah.
Oh, you're off this week.
I am.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
glad. I don't have to wake up early.
Dia slept until like 10:30 this morning.
I know it's pretty unusual.
Was it so nice?
Yeah.
It was very nice. I usually get up at like 8:30.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Now,
And you can do that on our side.
when you're back in school in India, what breaks do you have over there?
We get a break in like October, and we get one in like late March, early April, and we get one in like May, June-ish.
So you go year round?
Yeah, except for these breaks.
Okay. And how long are the breaks?
They're all about a month.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got 3 almost month-long breaks, which an equivalent in America would be getting the summer off, except you do it through the year,
That's right.
which
is
probably
that?
makes a whole lot more sense
Malabi.
than how we do
I'll
it.
try the pepper steak.
Yes. You don't lose. You don't
Yeah.
lose as much.
That continuity and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's a better way to do it.
Spicy and
Our kids don't need to go farm all summer anymore, so it would make sense to change that.
Just like
bring good.
daylight savings time.
Oh.
There you go.
Right.
So,
I think we're.
Does it have meat in it? Yep.
And I think
No,
you're
can I open
forgetting
this?
one thing.
Fortune cookie, you can eat that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we forgetting, Eddie?
She's forgetting one thing.
What's she forgetting?
I don't know.
Dia, would you
I
bring?
don't know either.
Oh.
What's something up between Eddie and Dia?
Well, it's a birthday, I guess.
Oh, birthday.
Oh, well, he said it already.
We talked about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we also went to the baby naming
Oh, yeah, we
ceremony.
did.
Baby
That was
naming.
nice.
For Vera.
Yeah.
Eddie?
What's his baby naming? I took an exam and I tried to kill a groundhog.
Oh, Did it-
Unsuccessful?
wait.
I don't know.
I've seen some movies. Did it outwit you?
I've heard
Was
this
it on
story
a golf
before. Did it laugh?
It's quicker than me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet.
What did you get poison to put out for it?
I bought a little poison smoke grenade.
Oh my god.
And that you put down their hole or
I
something?
hope
That's
you
weird.
only kill groundhogs.
Huh?
Why?
Huh?
I hope only the groundhog dies, but yikes.
And then I also bought wheat pellets. Keep them out in the future.
There you go.
And gardening. They're already
Exciting.
gardening too.
I've seen some big groundhogs here. Back in the day when my beloved Rio was with us, when I'd take him on what I called a hood ride,
Yes.
where he would sit in the front, where he would sit in the front seat, and I would drive around town, and I'd always work my way through downtown, and then I'd go over to the McDonald's on Kiowee, and I would get him a hamburger with no onion, or a 10-piece chicken nugget,
Oh my lord.
and I would then pull around in the back. Your dog eats Kleenex. Give me a break.
I don't order him food. That's why he eats whatever.
So anyhow, one nice spring summer day, really warm outside. I had the windows rolled down, and I'm sitting there giving Rio. I'm either ripping up the hamburger, or I'm ripping up the chicken nuggets. And Rio, you know, dogs can smell. You know, they're still 10,000 times more than or than humans or whatever. The next thing I know, Rio has smelled a groundhog in that field next to where that McDonald's is, and he is half out of the car from that window. He is going to go after that groundhog, and I've got him by like the tail, and then I grab his legs, and I'm trying to pull him back, and he's trying to get out to get that groundhog. Fortunately, I got him back in. Rio, God rest his soul, he's waiting for me at the Rainbow Bridge to cross over with him. He was known in this town, on this street, as the opossum dispatcher.
Awesome killer.
Our next door neighbors had a large possum family. Emphasis on had a large possum family that lived underneath there. Rio dispatched a number of possums one night when Catherine Ann was down here.
Yes.
No,
Would-
he caught them.
Huh?
He caught them.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then VA decided to.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
caught a possum and brought him up on the front porch. Kate started screaming like the little girl she is.
I wasn't
My-
screaming.
you were
I was
screaming.
yelling, oh
You
my
were-
god, there's a dead possum on the porch.
You were a farm girl that like you couldn't believe it. There were
I dispute this.
uh,
I dispute this characterization.
and my wife was screaming like the big city Chicago girl she is.
She was tougher than
And
that,
I'm
too.
like, I'm gonna
So
go.
this sounds sexist.
Yeah, I dispute these characterizations.
I'm gonna go get a shovel and dispatch it.
Yeah.
And like, so they keep peeking out this window, and I'm going like, this possum is plain possum. And sure enough,
It was.
after about 3 minutes, one little paw moved,
Yeah, it was like watching it reanimate.
and then about
very
3
funny.
minutes later, another little paw moved. And about 4 minutes later, boom, that possum was gone.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
It was little.
It was little.
It was a baby. But yeah. We thought Rio had killed this thing.
But
Yeah.
the possum was playing possum. I love it.
And then also my beloved Rio, and then we'll move on. My beloved Rio One time, I think when Virginia had him over, she would always let him off the leash, which is against the law in the city of Dayton. She would let him off the leash over by, at Metro Five Rivers, over by Island Park. And she got warned by the federales over there 2 or 3 times about, you got to keep that dog on a leash, blah, 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 blah. And one day when she didn't have Rio on the leash, Rio violated federal law. He dispatched
A geese.
a Canada geese. It came at him. Rio said, "Oh no!" Got him by the neck, and that was that.
No, you won't.
That's a violation of federal law.
Yeah, it is.
It's a migratory bird. Even though they no longer migrate, they come to Dayton and they go, property values are pretty low here. We're going to stay. And okay, so that's it for Rio's dog or
Those are good.
critter dispatching. Polly.
My update's pretty short. I was at a curling competition at the Cincinnati Curling Club in Westchester. I played with 2 friends from the St. Louis Curling Club and one from the Rocket City Curling Club in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh wow.
And
Rocket City.
We went 3-2, and they're literally full of rocket scientists. This club is like the
That's
president
where
has a PhD.
my son-in-law grew up.
Yeah, it's,
Was in Huntsville because his dad was a contractor for NASA.
yeah. So it's for real. One of the guys I hiked with was an aerospace engineer for NASA's contractor, and I was trying to get him involved in curling because I said, "These are your people. Like, go curl with them."
Go find them.
But anyway, we went 3-2 and won the 4th event, D event. So that's okay. And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
And Paul, I wish you would describe for our listeners the shirt you have on.
Oh, no video. I have the old Maine State flag design. I think it was the Maine State flag for a brief moment about 100 years ago. And there was a citizen referendum in 2024 to try to get the current flag changed to this flag, which is basically a blue flag with a white background, a pine tree, and a single blue star in the corner. That's it. Very simple. Because the
Best
current
flags are simple.
Yeah, the current design is, a traditional like blue background with a state seal, and there's a farmer and a fisherman. Looks like Michigan. I mean, it looks like 15 other states.
It's a terribly designed flag
Yes.
according to flag makers.
Yes.
This is a great designed
Yeah.
flag.
That's right.
And so I wore this for some of my hike, or at least when I was like hanging out in a hostel. And I was telling Dan earlier, I FaceTimed my mom at one point because my daughter Mia gave me the shirt, so I want to kind of represent that. And I was FaceTiming my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, I really like your shirt." I'm like, "No, you don't, because you voted against the flag or against the referendum." And she's like, "Yeah, that's true, I did." Which, I mean, I knew that, so I was kind of mean to my mom without thinking. But she's forgiven me for being mean. But I think now the state license plates are this design, so it's only a matter of time before this flag makes a comeback as a new flag. So in the meantime, I'm going to wear it.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring that story up is because the table regular sitting to my right, Nan Whaley, when she was mayor of Dayton, she whacked the beautiful,
It was not beautiful.
the beautiful,
The terrible flag.
Awful flag.
It's the worst
design.
flag.
The
Sorry,
beauty-
Dan. I didn't know I was giving Dan an entry.
the beautiful
Entree.
historic Dayton, Ohio flag.
No.
She whacked it
No.
to a flag that looks like it was designed
Fake
by
news.
somebody on an LSD trip.
This is like the 3rd lie you've told.
You're gonna have a lot of cleanup to do next.
There's gonna be a lot of fact checking on this one.
My children know where my historic Dayton flag is. And when it comes my time,
Oh no.
Gonna be draped on your coffin.
that's going to be draped on my coffin.
That flag is so
It
ugly.
was terrible.
It's a great flag.
It was terrible.
It was
It
a
is
great
the
flag.
worst
It was
flag.
the history of Dayton, and you just trashed it.
It was terrible.
One of the best things I did as mayor was that flag. And you know what? I also would say that was like fraught with like all kinds of
It
things
was.
could go wrong, and really nothing went wrong because the flag before was so bad.
Yeah, nobody
People
could
eager to
get
get
mad.
Nobody could say like this flag is. And I go to the airport and see that flag, and I'm like, I did a good job there.
Yeah.
Hard disagree with you, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't even tell where that
Yeah.
flag's from. I don't mean, is it Dayton's flag?
Oh, yeah, look at that thing. It's like, you gave 5 kids a bunch of colors and said, hey, come up with a flag.
That's not even true.
That's not true.
That's only like one color.
Okay, Catherine Ann, what have you been doing?
Well, let's see. I had work this past week. I monitored from my email the dispute that has been going on for weeks between my insurance company and Roto-Rooter. They finally come close on the number that they're agreeing to settle on.
Oh, great.
So I think that's the final. Oh, thanks.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get free. I don't want any. I thought you needed another glass for you.
Thank you. So yeah, I think the final piece of that nightmare is about to be over.
Now, this is with your homeowner's insurance?
My homeowner's insurance and Roto-Rooter have been in a fight over the bill. And my homeowner's insurance keeps insisting that they didn't need to use the equipment that they used. And I'm just like, how would you know?
Yeah.
So it's been a big ordeal that I've just been kind of caught in the middle of. It's like been watching this tennis match, the ball going back and forth. So I think that's coming to an end, which is nice. I bought a new car this week.
What?
Whoa!
I know.
Whoa.
You got rid of the convertible?
The Jeep.
You
You got rid
did?
of
I
the
traded
Jeep?
in my Jeep
Wow.
for a new Jeep.
Oh,
That's a hybrid.
What color?
It's silver.
Nice.
She's buried the lead. Her birthday gift to
It
herself.
Yes.
was kind of. I had been having some issues with my old Jeep that were starting to become more of a problem with the transmission and a few things. And I was just kind of like, I don't like that I am worried about this car, and I'm not, I paid it off a while back, and I don't want to have big bills coming for my car.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to get a hybrid or an electric vehicle since I've got this other gas vehicle. It's like,
Right.
And the time was right, and the car that I really wanted, I decided to go test drive, and they had a bunch of rebates on it, and I got a really good value on my trade-in, and it all made sense, and it came together fast, and so I bought a new car on Wednesday after work. Thank you. It's fun. It's really nice. It smells like a new car. So
It's new.
it's brand new. Yeah, it had 19 miles on it.
Wow.
I love new cars.
It's really nice. It's really, the hybrid it's really nice. I really like it. So
Lovely. Now you're going to put a electrical charging in your garage?
I don't have to. It's not a plug-in.
It's hybrid.
It's a hybrid.
So
it's
It recharges
yeah.
itself.
The battery is regenerative. So when I brake, it sends energy to the battery and
okay.
yeah,
okay.
Makes your gas mileage go
Yeah.
up further.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So in these times, it
Yeah.
will hopefully
I know.
start paying off quickly.
Well, that's big. That's big news, Catherine.
Mm-hmm. What else have I done this week? I went to the baby naming, which was very nice on Friday. I had to do some work in my basement today because my basement's getting waterproofed on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's happening.
So
and
they're
then
going to spray it with stuff, or
they dig basically a drain around the perimeter of the basement inside and direct it all to this major sump pump that pumps out into the yard. And then they put a thing on the walls and stuff. So, hopefully it's more, they call it waterproofing, but it's really about managing the water better and getting it out and draining, which will be nice.
that's great.
Yeah. And yesterday was my birthday, and I had a 2-hour massage, which was amazing. I've never had a full 2-hour massage before. I go to a guy that used to be at Square One, and he's out on his own now.
Oh, so you got your own guy.
I got my own guy. So do many others. Ann Charles goes to him, too. And other people I
Doris.
know. Dorian. Yeah.
Korean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know who he is.
Yeah.
He's really good. And 2 hours. I fell asleep during the massage, which I hardly ever do. And then I went over to Dorothy Lane Market because he's close to one of the Dorothy Lanes. And I got a glass of wine and did some shopping, and then I bought a bottle of wine and got carded. on my birthday. And I felt like $1 million.
Happy birthday.
I felt like $1 million. I can't remember the last time somebody asked me for my ID. I'm like, I credit the 2-hour massage with this.
That was yesterday?
Yeah.
So,
And then I had dinner at Grist with my family, and it was very nice. So
since I'm telling the truth tonight on everything,
It's like you're acting like Anne Roger.
I know.
I have it on good source that after that, you went down to the University of Dayton and acted like you were still in college. And when they asked you for your wristband to prove that you were still a student, what did you do?
I don't know.
Got naked and ran away from them.
What did I do?
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah,
I was gonna
this
say,
is possible.
I was going to say she had the gallon jug of stuff that they mix up and drink, and you chugged it
Gallon.
back out to rage. You chugged it, and then threw it at him and took off running.
The board.
The
I don't
board.
think so. No, I was, I was like basically a noodle after my massage. I was lucky I could drive home.
Wow, you've had an interesting week this week.
I know.
Yeah.
Normally my weeks are very
A
boring.
lot better than
so I
2
hope
months
the
ago.
listeners appreciate. I had
when
a big,
you were-
exciting week. Next week it'll be boring. Again.
Better than two months ago when you were dealing with the flood.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you do
True.
this week?
Okay, my week this week was we celebrated Marty's 36th birthday. We had a Pizza Factory pizza party. Pizza Factory, proud sponsor of Dinner with Dan podcast because I deem it so.
Not that they've given us anything besides you just like to go there.
Well, nobody gives us anything.
I know.
But
We
I
give them
still
money.
think it's the best pizza in Dayton, Ohio.
I think.
Reverse
Yeah,
sponsorship.
I know. I think Dinners with Dan proudly sponsors
This is Pizza
Dane's original
Factory.
Pizza Factory
That's what I
and
like.
China Cottage.
I love Dayton Pizza Factory. Bill Daniels, shout out to Bill Daniels. Great guy, very active in a lot of different civic organizations, and great guy, and very good pizza. We then had, we did that Wednesday. Marty's birthday was actually Tuesday. And we just watched on the basketball, on the tournament, UConn coming last second from behind and making it to the Final Four with a unbelievable shot, 3-point shot, to beat Duke after they had blown a 10-point lead. And every time I hear about UConn, that takes me back to Marty's actual birthday, which was March 24th, 1990. Virginia had extremely hard labor with Marty. We got there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Nothing was moving. We walked those halls at Old Good Sam nonstop. Marty was not coming. And Virginia, God rest her soul, she never wanted to have any drugs. She wanted to do it natural. Lily was all natural, no drugs. Frank was an emergency cesarean. And Marty was planned to be a VBAC. And so nothing happened. And Virginia's finally, that's it. She's had it. She's worn down. She's exhausted. She's like, give me an epidural. I want an epidural. And I'm like, you sure? And she said, yes. So, by the time the anesthesia, and she had this old female doctor who was filling in for her good Indian doctor, I might add, that she really loves. She had this old female doctor who was like, oh, honey, you can't take this. She was like a drill sergeant. I was like ready to smack her. And like, okay, give her the epidural, blah, 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 blah. And she was the fill-in because Virginia's normal OGBGYN was on vacation or whatever. And so by the time the anesthesiologist gets there, we have playing, because it's a birthing room now, and on the TV, it's the tournament, and UConn's playing somebody. So, you just have it on in the background, and I'm holding her hand. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And she's screaming. She's going crazy. The anesthesiologist gets there. I think he went to the same anesthesiology school that I went to.
Oh God.
He couldn't. I mean, you know, they're messing with the spine then, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh my God.
And this guy was, I mean, he was, oh man, it was like he was from Roto-Rooter. And so by the time,
Trust me, I don't even know that they should be in your sewer drains half the time. I wouldn't trust them with a spine.
we don't mean that Roto-Rooter, don't sue us. Don't sue us.
That's fine.
That was not authorized by Dinner with Dan.
No reverse sponsorship.
Yeah. So anyhow,
We don't
he
sponsor Roto-Rooter.
finally gives her the shot, and like 30 seconds later, we're screaming for this mean old doctor to show up.
God.
And boom, the baby comes. Marty comes, just screaming and yelling like he has ever since he's been born. And you know, is Yukon this, Yukon that, Yukon this, Yukon that. So the nurses tell me, your wife has been through a lot. This epidural is going to knock her out. You need to get out of here, let her go to sleep. We've got the baby. They look at their clock and their watch and say, don't be back until 10. So Virginia falls asleep, and I'm like, bonus. There's a Dayton Dynamo game at Hare Arena.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
And we
That was
were
doctor's orders.
season ticket holders to the Dayton Dynamo. I have been told by the medical professionals, get out of here. Your wife needs to sleep. So I look at the
You're
watch,
like, yeah,
and I'm
let's go
going,
to a soccer game.
I'm going to Hare Arena, because you know is out where Good Sam was, so it's a hop, skip, and jump to Hare Arena.
Yeah.
I go there, Dayton Dynamo win, and that was a good season for them. 89-90 was a good season. They won the national division of the indoor soccer league, and I look at the my watch, and it's 9:30. The game's over, and I'm not supposed to be back till 10. And I'm like, okay. So I'm driving back. I'm going down Salem Avenue. There's the Wendy's. I go, I haven't had anything to eat all day long because I didn't want food at Hare Arena. I don't mind saying that because they got hit by the tornado and they're out
They're
of
gone.
business.
That's
They're
gone.
gone, yeah.
Sue me.
What?
So anyhow,
I don't think the owners of Hare Arena wanted to eat the food at Hare Arena. I
Yeah.
mean,
It was pretty
that's
bad.
not a controversial opinion.
that's true. But anyhow, so I go into Wendy's. I get a double with cheese, and I eat it on the way back to Good Sam. I get to the parking. I walk into her room, the birthing room, at 10 till 10.
You didn't walk in with the food, did you?
No, I
Okay,
ate it before I
alright.
got there. And you know what I heard? You son of a bitch, where did you go? And I'm like, the doctors told me that they told me to leave. Then you deserted me. I've been up wondering where you've been. Blah 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 blah. Oh man. So I heard about that the rest of my life.
They
Until
really screwed you on that.
they really did. Dynamo won that night. But then
So it was
it comes
worth it.
out. It comes out years later. We're at something watching the NCAA men's tournament, and they're talking about UConn, and well, everybody will be happy in the state of Connecticut. And Virginia goes, why would they be happy in the state of Connecticut? UConn's up in Alaska. And I'm like,
Oh no!
what? And like everybody looked at her like, what are you talking about? UConn. They were playing when Marty was born. I know they're an Alaska team. Now, I want to tell you what. If I'm lying about that, Virginia Maud, strike me dead
UConn.
right now and take me out and lay me down by St. Kateri with you. And
She's gonna withdraw her sponsorship.
she can't fact check me on this one because it's true.
Oh.
So anyhow, one of my lawyer friends, whose parents actually taught at the University of Connecticut, when I'm telling him that story, he gets me a Yukon sweatshirt, which I give to Virginia, and you might have remember her wearing it. She actually wore a Yukon sweatshirt. So anyhow, that's a true story.
Very funny.
You said it really
So
quickly.
it was interesting because then, this was the week we had the baby naming of Marty's second daughter, Vera, which was very nice down at her house. Sam was there, Diya was there,
Very nice.
Eddie was there, Kate was there, I was there. Had a nice little crowd, and that was a nice little ceremony.
Yeah.
Watching
Can we say what the highlight was?
the highlight was watching Isabel storm around with her light up boots on.
Clumping around with those rain boots.
Clumping
And then
around with the
halfway
rain
through
boots.
The ceremony, walking straight up to Julie, who is about to say a prayer, is rocking the baby in her arms, stands right in front of her and goes, "Mommy!" Really? That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yes,
True.
Izzy's
True to
adjusting
herself.
well. Izzy's adjusting well to
Very
having
true.
another baby in the house.
Very true to herself in that moment.
Yes, the terrible threes are here.
Yeah.
She's not a sponsor yet, right?
That's right.
Who?
Izzy.
She's my girl, man. She is nothing but a tiny little Marty. So all I can say, my dad, God rest his soul, he had 4 boys. And when my dad would get mad at us, he would say, and this is the truth, I hope you have 4 son of a bitches just like you. That was my dad's favorite thing was son of a bitch. I never ever heard him say the F-bomb. But everything was son of a bitch this, son of a bitch that. And when he would get mad at us, he'd go, I hope you have 4 son of a bitches just like you. So I ain't going to count how many I've got. But anyhow,
It's one short.
then yesterday, I missed Legacy on Friday because of the name changing. But then I went to Legacy yesterday. I had a nice time. And as usual, I brought Brandy, who is my favorite waitress, home because she lives not far from here. And Brandy is now the new proud owner of my trusty steed,
Oh,
Of the van?
nice.
of the
The
van,
red van?
the red van.
Did you give it to her?
I gave it to
Oh,
her.
good. I'm glad you didn't make her pay.
I know.
And
Is it running again?
alls it needed was a brand new battery.
Okay.
She got a brand new battery. It fired right up.
Good.
Her mom drove it home to
Good.
their house, and her mom reports that it drives like a dream, which I always said it did. And I am so happy that after 16 years of being my trusty steed, that I hope
Gone
her
to a
and
new
her
home.
family
Yeah.
get another good 3 or 4 or 5 years out of the trusty steed, because trusty steed was a great man. 16
I'm glad
years.
for that. That's
Yeah.
great.
It's
That's
Trusty
great.
Steed never left me on the side of the road. Yep. Had some issues, but it never left me on the side of the road. So anyhow, that was a Trusty Steed. And then yesterday, after I got back from dropping Brandy off, the woman who's known me the longest on this planet, Ava K. Good, was returning from a baby shower in Kentucky that she got up from Van Wert in the morning, drove all the way to Kentucky for this baby shower. I'm like, Ava K., you're too old to be doing this. She's my age. We were in the nursery together. So she stopped, and I had a charcuterie thing set out.
Wow.
And she said, is there a movie we can watch? And I said, well, we're going to do this. So we sat here at the Dinner with Dan table and watched the movie we're going to talk about tonight
Oh, nice.
as we had our charcuterie. So
Nice.
we watched the movie, and then she took off back to Van Wert
Well,
and
I
got
wish
back
she
there
could have stayed
safe.
for the podcast. She
I'm
needs to come to one.
working
That'd be
on
nice.
getting her here. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ava K, come
Yeah,
and be
please
with
come
us.
to the
We're-
podcast.
We're going to work one out.
Okay, good.
And so today, just got up. Eddie got us our regular Sunday coffee and breakfast bagels from Holy Grounds, the official coffee
Oh my god.
of the Dinner with Dan podcast.
Oh my god.
It's actually a real good value.
Yeah.
The coffee's good.
Yeah, I like their coffee.
You get a bagel with sausage, egg, and cream cheese. And it's not bad.
Yeah.
And DoorDash, it's not bad at all. Yeah. So that's our Sunday thing.
Nice.
Well, so anyhow, that's what brings us here to where we are. So tonight we're going to talk about best Oscar picture in our quest number 20.
Wow.
Wow.
This is the
Here we
20th
are.
best
Isn't that
picture
amazing?
movie that we've watched on this slog through.
Slog, it's been a delight.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really.
So
That's not a slog. It's a delight.
Now there are some movies coming that'll make it feel sluggish, but
Oh,
Yeah.
like what's coming that's sluggish?
ordinary people.
Oh,
Isn't
wait,
that like
wait, wait.
1984?
That's like
yeah,
next year.
I just laid that out on a platter for you.
So anyhow,
Lost Weekend was a slug.
That was a slug.
well, that was a tough one.
That was a tough
That was a tough one. So anyhow, tonight is the 20th movie, which means we only got 78 more to do.
Maybe 79.
Well,
That's how we get there.
maybe 79.
That's right.
So anyhow, without further ado,
But we're like 20% through. It's pretty amazing.
yeah. So without further ado, tonight we are going to discuss Gentleman's Agreement. As it's worked out here the last couple times, I get it on DVD. So I forgot to tell you, not only did I watch it with Ava Kay last night, I also watched it with Eddie Garris this afternoon.
So you got the 2
Yeah.
viewings.
So I had the 2 viewings. Fortunately for me, there was no documentary on it. So I didn't have to watch it 3 times. But anyhow, I've been reading what's on the back of the DVD. So let me read that. Director Ella Kazan and producer Daryl F. Zanuck caused a sensation with the most spellbinding story ever put on celluloid. That came from Hollywood Reporter. Recipient of 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. One of the first films to directly tackle racial prejudice. This acclaimed adoption of Laura Z. Hobson's bestseller stars Gregory Peck as a journalist assigned to write a series of articles on anti-Semitism. Searching for an angle, he finally decides to pose as a Jew and soon discovers what it is like to be the victim of religious intolerance. Dorothy McGuire, John Garfield, Dean Stockwell, and June Havoc also star in this post-World War II classic. So it's going to be the Best Picture from 1947. And for Best Picture, and I think we started this a couple episodes ago, I'm going to tell you what movies it was up against for Best Picture. The Bishop's Wife, one of Kate Evans's favorite movies.
I love The Bishop's Wife, too.
Crossfire, which I'm not familiar with. Great Expectations. And Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh.
So that's who it was up against. And that was back when only 5 movies were nominated.
Yes.
Then they moved it to 10, and I think it's not 10 anymore. But anyhow.
No, it's still 10.
Yeah, it
It's
was
back
10.
to 10.
So it was 10. Then they
Yeah.
went to 5 for
Now
a
we're
really
back
long
to 10.
time. And then it went back to 10,
Okay.
15 years ago.
Been a while, yeah. 10's too many.
Agreed.
So it got Best Picture Oscar, then it also got Best Director for Ella Kazan, and Best Supporting Actress for Celeste Holm.
Was the blonde Celeste Holm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to have some egg drop soup, and Nan, you can start yakking.
So I thought this movie was excellent. I really enjoyed the theme. I didn't know Sam watched it separate from me. So he told me that he thought it was slow moving but had a powerful ending, and I just thought I didn't find it that slow moving. I found it, a story it's a love story, and finding a partner that you can agree with, that I think the theme is
Sharing your values.
yeah, that shit, and not just saying oh yeah, I'm anti-Semitic, but what actions do you take? And I think it also makes you kind of consider, even in today's time, where are you sitting at a table allowing racism or bigotry to exist and not speaking up. And so that's kind of the reflection I had from it. I thought it did a nice job of that. Gregory Peck is so fine.
He is such
So
a
fine.
good-looking man.
Whew, man, he is
Spans
fine.
the ages, right?
Yes, he is
I know.
so
I know.
fucking fine. There you go.
Yeah.
And worth it.
Worth the $5.
And Sam and I were talking, I'll bring this up because Sam said to me, I don't know if he was going to say it, that he wishes he would have ended up with the blonde. And I said, I just...
Always pick the blonde. No, I understand why it had to be that he
Right.
went back to her. That's fine.
I think it's right. I think, he's in love with her, even though she is not perfect and she doesn't completely... It takes her a while to figure out,
Yeah.
what, how to live in her values, right? I think she had the same values, but she wasn't willing to live in them and was afraid to stand up. And then she got it. And really through his friend, it helped
Yeah.
that was Jewish, helped her see that. So, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was thought-provoking. Gregory Peck is very attractive, and the only thing I would say that my own criticism is just kind of thinking about it with Diya this morning is like it does get a little preachy.
Yes.
You know, like the
Agreed.
you know, little preachy. You know, a little like too.
It's heavy-handed.
It's too heavy-handed. A little
It's a
too
little
heavy.
heavy-handed
Yeah,
at
that would be
times.
the only.
Yeah.
That would be my only
Yeah.
critique of the movie. I would say.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. What did you think, Kate?
Oh no, we're doing Sam.
Sam, you know,
Oh,
don't break the rule.
Don't mess with Dan's rules
Don't.
here.
No,
He's not going to call it, or he's not going to admit to it being a
cross.
rule.
Sorry.
I know.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
those rules will change when Dan wants them to, but
No. Dan, if you had better attendance at dinner with Dan.
whoa,
Wow.
Harsh.
oh.
Your turn, Sam.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it. It was, we'd criticized a couple of the earlier pictures for, carefully stepping around kind of the anti-Semitism that was obviously present in some of the injustice in those movies.
Life of Emile Zola.
Yeah.
Life of Emile Zola for one, for sure. Casablanca a little bit too. Yeah. But this takes it like head on. It's a bold and I think risky movie for them to make at that time. I thought, I really enjoyed that he's writing the article to convince people who aren't anti-Semitic but are staying quiet to like speak up and stop enabling anti-Semitism. And then he can't get his own girlfriend to do what he's trying to get done through the article. So I thought that was a really nice setup how they did that.
That's a real good point, Sam.
Oh.
That's a real good point.
Thank you. Well,
What'd you take about the
See, this is why we go in order.
What about the secretary? What did you think about the secretary?
The one who's
Jewish that's anti-Semitic.
sort of.
No, she is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you see that in society. Like, it's not. There's a lot of gray, and it's not cut and dry, and then and you see this in our society today, where people who have experienced discrimination for a long time,
Gay people.
it could be gay people, black people, whatever. They, in a way, kind of become accustomed to it, and will sometimes change themselves to just try to get along easier. Or they're, one thing, the reporter, of course, he's getting he's raging. He's getting really upset about the stuff he's seeing because it's all new to him. Whereas the people who have experienced it for 30 or 40 years are somewhat accustomed to this. And you will see, you'll see this all this time. We see this with African American friends of ours who, I'll see something and be really pissed about it. And then an African American, especially if they're older, who've dealt with it their whole life, are like, oh yeah, well, that's just
That's
this is just a Tuesday for me. Yeah. So whatever. I'm not, can't even get that upset about it. One other thing, the publisher, there's a line about the pastor, Clemens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people who don't send, even people, we're not trying to reach the person that, sends money to this guy. And I looked him up, and you know what party he was? America First.
Nice.
He was a right-wing, anti-Jewish politician all the time. So
Interesting.
I pass it on to Diya.
What did you think?
I enjoyed the movie overall. I think I have some things to pick with the journalist for sure. He seemed like a bit of a hothead to me. He got upset very quickly.
Do you think he was a little naive? And
I definitely did.
That's what I took it. Yeah, it came from a bit of a naive place.
Yeah. And that sort of made me question the authenticity of the article he wrote. Because he wasn't actually a Jew, so his experiences, the way he understood them, might not be how a Jew would understand them. I compared it to a book that I read, which was called 10 Days in a Madhouse by Nellie Bly,
Yeah.
who was a journalist who spent 10 days in an asylum.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool, this whole idea of sort of trying to live through something. I found that very interesting. My favorite character is probably the colleague, the blonde girl. She seemed like she was the most like unbiased of them all.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think I liked her the most. And
Yeah.
I feel like
Should've
she
picked the blonde.
should have picked the blonde. And also something that I think Sam mentioned was that the friend, the soldier, was he a
Yeah.
soldier?
Yeah.
He was actually closer to the girlfriend than the guy was to his girlfriend
Oh yeah.
in character. Do you
Yeah,
remember
I-
talking
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, because she was seeking out his advice too, and they were
Right.
having heart-to-heart conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good observation.
Kind of opening up to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It didn't beat How Green Was My Valley.
Oh no, definitely not.
Dia brings up the lieutenant. I think he was a lieutenant in the engineering division. If you look at his things on his thing, it was the bridge. So that meant he was an engineer. That actor's name was John Garfield, and he was a very, very popular actor. He was probably on his way to becoming the next Humphrey Bogart from a standpoint of popularity, but he tragically died when he was 39 years old.
Oh.
Died very, very young.
He was Jewish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and tragically died when
Oh,
he
he
was
was?
just then when he was just
Did he
30.
get blacklisted for a year from the House on
He got
American
blacklisted
Activities?
from the
Yeah,
House
that was
Un-American
bullshit.
Activities Committee. But I once, between my old coffee shop friends, they almost came to fisticuffs at Old Panera down on Brown Street on who had the bigger funeral, Rudolph Valentino or John Garfield.
Oh boy.
Because both of them had massive, like 45, 50,000 people turned out.
Fan club following.
Yeah, that's how popular Rudolph Valentino was, and that's how popular John Garfield was. So if you look it up, some people say Valentino had the biggest funeral, others say John Garfield had the biggest funeral. So that's, he was a big name for that movie. Absolutely a big name. Okay, Eddie, you watched the movie this time. Let's hear your thoughts.
I don't really. It was heavy. I mean, it was heavy-handed. It wasn't much of a. Just, it was kind of bowing. Don't really got much to say about it.
Okay, well, Eddie, why don't you talk about, since Sam brought up the one guy, why don't you talk about the other guy? Because you asked me, and I didn't know, and you stopped the film and got on your internet.
Oh, the
Bilbo.
Bilbo guy.
Yeah, remember there
yeah,
was
he
a thing
was,
about Bilbo.
I think he was a governor in Mississippi, then a senator from Mississippi, and he was part of just the white nationalist movement.
He was, I think,
The poll tax.
The whole time.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think the blonde character said that they get once a year they scream about Bilbo, and I don't know, they could be talking about Bilbo Baggins for all I know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we stopped the movie and Eddie looked it up.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
shout out to the internet.
Yeah, they're dipping their toes into the waters
Yeah.
here of taking on discrimination.
Yeah.
But they're not quite going far enough. They're going so far as to talk about discrimination against African Americans. In
Right.
fact, I don't even think we saw one, even in the background, in this movie.
No,
I also
very
want to
white.
clarify the name. It's Gerald L.K. Smith. That was the name of the
Okay.
guy. I butchered it earlier. Gerald L.K. Smith. So,
Yeah, he was the pastor.
yeah.
Paul?
I'm kind of torn because I think, like Sam was saying, I think it's a bold choice for the subject matter. Of course, we know, from the behind the scenes, like I said, Samuel Goldwyn didn't want to do the movie because he's just afraid of people just stoking up, anti-Semitism, even though he agrees.
And
that-
he's Jewish,
and he's
right?
Jewish, yeah.
Well, I mean, you
A
get
lot
that
of
at the you get that at the top of the movie where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, I think you should be quiet about it. One of the
Yeah.
publishers
Yeah.
that's Jewish is like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
like if we
You
talk
had
about
that.
it,
Let's
it
not
just makes it more.
stoke this fire. Yeah.
And so I kind of initially got excited when the author was the journalist was going to, send out letters, to potential employers and all these things using 2 different names, and he's going to, have a secretary help him. And of course, we don't hear anything really about that, which would have been a boring movie. I get it, but I think it would have maybe been a little bit more relevant, maybe to a larger audience. But of course, audiences want to see the interpersonal. I get it, the love story, going to Darien, Connecticut, very waspy area, and seeing all that. That makes for a better movie. I get it. But
Well, you get a flavor of that when the secretary tells him.
that's true. Yeah,
Her
because
story.
then there's a meeting in the
Yeah.
publisher's office, right? But I thought the pacing was good. I mean, Gregory Peck was good. I mean, I actually enjoyed the movie particularly, and I think the John Garfield's character was really awesome. One rabbit hole I went down is when we see the letter that's addressed to him. It's like the 333 Engineering Division. I actually looked that up just to see if it was real, and it is. And they got inactivated like in January 1947 because they were helping build like camps for. When I say camps, like bases or temporary housing for like all the GIs that were being staged to return home. So when they made a comment in the movie about, oh, he's still over there, even though we know this is like 1946-ish, early 47, it made sense. So that kind of historically accurate. I'm also like looking to see if there's any references to World War II in these movies that are close into the war. And then I love the part where they. Where the son is Tom, and they're like, oh, Tom's outside playing. I'm like, oh, this is really interesting because, like, obviously they live in an apartment building in Manhattan or somewhere in New York. And it's like, yeah, just he can go outside. Like parents today would like mostly maybe not on Row Avenue parents, but would mostly not let their kids do that. And I also want to give a shout out to Arthur C. Miller, who was a cinematographer on this. He won an Oscar for How Green Was My Valley. He didn't get nominated or win for this movie, but I just want to show that continuity with our past movie. That's it. Oh,
You have more notes.
I have more notes. Well, I thought another funny thing was, I can't remember the names. Gregory Peck's character is like, oh yeah, my aging mother. And
Skylar Green.
Yeah, Skylar Green is like
Green.
aging mother. I mean, the actress is like Anne Reeves is like 44 years old. And I don't know how old she was portraying the movie, but like she wasn't.
See,
it's like,
she's not getting carded
yeah.
at Dorothy Lane Market.
That's right.
But anyway,
What did you take on the scientist? The whole back and forth with the scientist, his theory of like. Because it's like the Jewish people is not a race, but it is a race, and so I'm just going to not be, but then I can't be, like that whole soliloquy.
yeah. I mean, it's not. In some ways, I almost feel like the movie was doing a checklist of things, right? Because
That's what I felt too.
They go to the hotel, or Skylar Green goes to the hotel, and like we already know what's going to happen because they've already told us, and so sure enough, but we had to see it on screen. The jobs thing, even though that didn't go anywhere, is almost like now we have to have the scientist thing. Who's like, well, I'm not really Jewish because I don't practice, and so there's, which is a train of thought for sure. I just felt like it was more like a checklist item because I didn't.
Country clubs.
Yeah, country club.
Yeah. That's fair criticism.
Yeah.
Kate?
Well, I think I agree with pretty much everything you all have said. I mean, there are
Gregory
moments,
Peck is fine.
He is very fine.
Most importantly,
there are definite moments of like preachiness. It's an important topic for sure that needed to be explored at that moment in time for sure. And it's interesting that it's Elia Kazan doing it, and like he goes out. He has this history in Hollywood of taking on like controversial subjects, and then not that long after, he's naming names in Senate hearings, and getting people blacklisted, and
right,
it's
because
like
he's the one that did that.
he's the one that did that, and like, oops, sorry, did I hit you or your coat? So it's interesting that he took on this subject matter. Moss Hart was the wrote the screenplay, and he was somebody who I believe got blacklisted.
Probably by Ilya Kazan.
Perhaps, or others. I mean, like, I think maybe the background is as interesting as the story itself.
What's the House on Un-American Committee? When did that go? When did that happen?
That's a good
was a few
question.
years
ago.
I think it was a few years later.
It had different names.
Like the early
Yeah.
50s. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were operating under a different name.
So it actually had a
earlier
longer
than that.
history than we think of because
Yeah.
of these earlier names that
But
predate World War
McCarthy
II.
was like kind of this like late 40s, early
Yeah.
50s.
He was the Senate version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the
Because the other
Senate
one was the House
Yeah.
Un-American Activities
Right.
Committee. Yeah.
And you think of McCarthy, and you think of like these hearings and this testimony, and it was happening in both chambers, and so,
And a lot of people went along with it.
Yeah.
Everybody's beloved RFK, the original
Yeah.
RFK, was a young attorney on the Senate version with McCarthy.
Was he?
Yes, he
what
was.
what I will say is it's interesting the contrast between where Kazan went just a few years later versus like this lead character of Skylar Green, who sticks to his guns the whole time. And, under pressure from his girlfriend, who he loves, his fiance, who he loves, she's like telling him, let's just tell our family. Let's just tell the family that you're not actually Jewish. And he won't do it, right? Like, it's like he is very driven to do this and try to be true to the idea of the story and, like, getting as close to the truth as he can. And then you've got Elia Kazan on the other side of the camera, who, later, not much later, crumples under the pressure, decides to do the thing that it's interesting.
Sam said the Kathy character, she's from Middletown, Ohio.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did she say that?
I should no, not in the actor.
No. The actress.
Dorothy McGuire. Yeah.
Dorothy McGuire.
Okay.
The actress
That
is
makes
from
more
Middletown.
sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it. I think this movie caused me to not really care for her in anything else, though, because she was a fairly popular actor of the day, and I feel like I never quite liked her. I don't know.
Is that
It
right?
might be this movie. As I was watching it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this might be the movie that I just was like, ugh, I don't like her that much. And I just
Oh, interesting.
held it against her.
Held it against her. The character of Kathy held against the actress Dorothy McGuire.
And that love story was so false. My God.
Why?
Oh, I love you. Let's get married.
Well, I don't.
Immediately.
I
agree. It moved very fast.
Yeah, very fast.
I disagree. I disagree.
realists.
And
Set that
then
under
they
the
break
table.
up, and then the next woman's like, "I'm proposing."
Well, they kind of.
They were each other for weeks. I know.
Well,
they didn't see it coming.
they foreshadow that in the
Yeah,
first.
they do.
They say like
Yes,
Kathy
they do.
says to Phil Green like, oh, whatever her name is, like she likes you, and
I'm surprised the secretary didn't propose. So
I disagree, but not surprisingly, I don't think I ever really agree with Eddie's
I
take
know.
on anything in the movie. So
He tries to provoke.
I
no,
know.
that's not. It's just. It was very quick.
Well, yeah, I
looked
mean,
at-
because the
I
code
looked
won't
down at my-
code won't let them have sex before they're married. So
And
of
she's
course they're
already-
gonna get
and
married
she's
fast.
already got a strike against her as a divorcee.
Divorcee, yeah.
So
Yeah, that would've been a
let's-
big deal,
Let's
right?
be real.
So,
I was impressed she was a divorcee,
I
right?
know, right?
so yesterday when I was watching this with my dear friend Ava Kay, she leaned over to me and said, "He's going to marry the blonde," and I said, "No, Ava Kay, it's Hollywood. He's gonna marry the
She'll see
Kathy.
the error of her ways.
Gonna marry Kathy." And she
Yeah.
goes, "Oh no." I said, "This is Hollywood. She's gonna marry Kathy. He's gonna marry Kathy."
Can I say one more thing?
Yes,
before
you
I
can.
Turn it over.
Sure.
His mother, clearly, like, she is a strong character, right? And, like, has a very strong moral compass, who, and she has kind of, like, the guiding hand there. Like, I think, like, those supporting characters, his friend, but, like, his mother and his son, like, just good, solid people that are supporting him in all of it.
Okay, we've gone around the table, and now it's my turn.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay?
Oh.
Okay. I grew up in Van Wert, Ohio, 90 miles north of here.
I've heard that.
I did not know a Jewish person. I'm not sure that any Jewish person ever lived in Van Wert, at least that I knew of. I actually finally got to have Jewish friends when I started law school at the University of Dayton. I went to Manchester College, Church of the Brethren. I don't believe there were any Jewish students there.
Unlikely.
Northeastern Indiana, rural. So I really never knew any Jewish people until I got to Dayton. And the very first guy I met was Dennis Lieberman.
Yeah.
And so, you know, fast forward through life, you never know how life's going to take you. I now have 2 Jewish granddaughters,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in the Methodist Church. My mom was church secretary for 35 years. She told me, you can marry anybody you want to, just don't marry a Catholic. So I married a Catholic.
So you married a Catholic.
And the reason for that was not that my mom didn't like Catholics, but at that time, the priest in Van Wert hated Vatican II. And any time there was a intermarriage between the First Methodist Church and the Catholic Church, it was always a Methodist girl marrying a Catholic boy. And that priest up there would threaten excommunication, would ban people from going to the ceremony, would do this, would do that. He was real medieval when it came to that. So my mom, being the church secretary, she was always involved with doing the wedding arrangements and stuff. So that's why she told me that. So I don't think when I married Virginia that it broke her heart. She had 4 wonderful Catholic grandchildren, of which Eddie's one down there. And now I have 2 Jewish granddaughters, and I couldn't be happier about that. When this whole thing about being at the table, and I'm not talking about this table. I'm talking about dinner table when somebody gives a racist joke or an anti-Semitic joke or whatever. When Tommy gets beat up,
Yeah.
I look at Ava Kay and I pause the film, and I said, you know, that happened to me. It was just a little different. And she's like, how? And I'm not going to name names, but there was a student when I was in 5th grade whose father told him that Mrs. Garris was an N lover because my mom had joined the NAACP after Dr. Martin Luther King's March on Washington. So I'm on the playground, and there's a number of kids running around going, Mrs. Garris is an N lover. And they weren't saying N, they were saying the word.
We know.
Yeah.
It was in the movie.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the movie, yeah.
It was.
And so I've kind of like, I've been there, you know, as a kid. I heard that. And, you know, do you fight or what do you do? Well, I don't know. I obviously didn't do anything. One of my best friends when I was growing up was in the orchestra with me, Colonel Franklin Boaz III. And he played the bass and I played the cello. We went places together. And, you know, there was some people that word just poured out of their mouth like the water at Niagara Falls. And the same thing about a Jew this and a Jew that and Jew, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's just always out there, whether it was Mexican or whether it was Jewish or whether it was whatever. So, you know, I got to say, since this is True Confessions,
What?
I've been at the table and somebody said something and I didn't say anything. You know, I think if people here say that hasn't happened to them, I would question their being truthful.
Sure.
Especially, unfortunately, when you're in politics.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not right
No.
But sometimes, I don't know. For the bigger picture, I'm not sure what the bigger picture is. After watching this movie, I'm questioning, like, nah, at that meeting, I should have got up and said, F you, I'm not putting up with this. But I didn't. So I like that part of this movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because even though it came out 6 years before I was born,
Yeah.
it's kind of challenged me now
Yeah.
I agree, Dan.
to look
Yeah,
back and say,
Absolutely.
that's happened a lot of times when I should have stood up
Right.
and said no.
We tend
Uh-uh.
to take the path of least resistance at times.
I
when
don't.
it
I don't want
feels-
your support.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need your contribution. I don't want your support. Get out of my
right.
face. I'm never talking
Yep.
to you again. Yeah.
Well, and I think I mean I agree, especially in the work that we've been in.
Yeah.
That there have been times when I regret not standing up when I should have stood up or saying something
Yeah.
when I should have. But I always view it as like it's a really appropriate reminder, not so much for regret, but like encouragement for the next time you are at the table, right? So this is
Yeah.
still going on today. There are still times when people say things that are inappropriate, that they think that they can get away with. Even, you have to say it's less than it was 10 years ago. It was less, and it's less than it was 20
No,
years
it's
ago.
Not right now.
Well, at least at the tables I'm at, Eddie.
Whoa.
I'm talking about my personal experience. You can talk about yours in a moment, but like it happens less to me now because I think I am viewed as someone that will not put up with it.
Okay, I see what you're
Do you see
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I think that that has changed for me from 20 years ago, but like I think about the times that I didn't, but then the opportunities that I have to continue on to step up now, right? Like in the future. And I think that's
Yeah.
what makes this movie so great. Here it was in 1947 and it has, it's reminded me even of my actions today. And I think that makes it a really, really powerful movie. Particularly that conversation with her and the friend.
Yes.
Like, I think that was the most powerful part of the entire movie.
Agreed.
Yeah. So I agree, Dan. I think that's really true. But Eddie, if you want to talk about tables that people are being anti-Semitic, racist, prejudiced, and homophobic, I'm happy to hear about it and how you stood up or not.
Well, the world doesn't revolve around me, so I have to, look at the aggregate going on. And
Well, I think the point of the movie, Eddie. The point of the movie is like you can make efforts as one human in the fight.
Right.
It's not about like, of course, like it is terrible right now, but like, what are the things that we're doing as individuals to make a difference in that? I think that's the point of the movie.
I think you're
I mean, okay, I could get online and just fight with people all the time, but I don't think that's going to change anything. And that's where a lot of it happens now. I mean, we're not really going to demos all that much anymore, especially in the younger generations. It's all done online. You might just be fighting with a bot, too, at the end of the day.
It could be just a bot, but I think that's part of the challenge too, is the fact that there isn't any interpersonal communications with young people, and they've like challenged that and have it's shown like the effect of the demise of overall society.
living on the internet and choosing which holes to go down.
Yeah, and choosing to only talk
where
to certain people,
like
right.
where to live, so to speak.
That's all
the It's generations scary. now,
People
too.
say things on the internet they won't say
Absolutely,
in
they do.
person.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say one last thing. I'm reading here in the 80 years of the Oscar, the official history of the Academy Awards.
That still hasn't been updated.
No,
Yeah, the
but
book still
but-
hasn't been
I
updated.
You know, this
I
is-
so wish.
this is 80 years.
I know.
So this is going to take us,
Well, they need to do the addendum.
I know, but this is going to take us like Ken Burns, it took him a while to do extra innings.
If anybody,
After he-
if anybody is out there listening, please do the addendum.
After he did baseball, it took him a while to
I
do
know,
extra innings.
I know.
We'll endorse the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be a
But, so anyhow,
sponsor
We
of
will
the-
be the sponsor.
we'll be sponsor. We'll be
We'll
official
sponsor the
sponsor of the
book.
book.
I'm going to conclude this with this discussion with a final comment, especially since you brought it up about El Kazan and the House Un-American Activities Committee.
I just love how you pronounce his name.
Like, it's been different 3 times.
Yeah. How is it said though?
I think it's Ilya.
Ilya.
Ilya, yeah. Kazan
Delia,
himself,
Delia. Yeah.
Kazan himself later said he felt gentleman's agreement, quote, skated over the surface of an issue that needed a more penetrating treatment.
Oof.
So anyhow, there you go.
He didn't like it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Well, he thought it could have been more penetrating. But interestingly enough, I think that was a great movie. I really enjoyed our conversation tonight on it.
Can I
Now-
ask a question, Dan?
The next, yeah,
Before, have you disliked a movie
Yeah.
yet?
Have you disliked one?
We're at 20.
I think we hit 20, and I don't recall.
No.
I don't recall a time.
I'm
that we
saving
said-
my fire for ordinary people.
Oh,
Ah,
God.
Thank you, Dan.
So-
So what are we going to talk about to close
No,
out today?
well, we're not done.
Oh, okay.
We're not done. So anyhow, the big thing that we want to, there's a couple things we want to talk about.
Okay.
Oh,
Here,
yeah.
hand me your
Now
plate.
we'll
Hand me your
Have
plate.
lasagna.
Huh?
We've got announcements.
Yeah. First off, there will be no new podcast next week. Next week is going to be a busy week for us all. We have Suffs coming up on
It's finally here.
Saturday. Suffs is finally here. That is the Broadway play Suffs. That has meant a lot to a lot of people sitting here at this table. We have sold 115 tickets to Suffs. We're going to a Saturday matinee at the Schuster Center on April 4th. And Charles Watts and Laura Pippinger, I believe, have made 114 sashes
They
that
look
say,
amazing.
Do they?
yeah, that say votes for women. And then Ann Charles Watts has pinned one of these Virginia Mod Platt says votes for women button on every sash.
Amazing.
Through a variety of reasons, I now have 450 of these buttons instead of just 250 that were
For
originally
a variety
ordered.
of reasons. I feel like
And
the word mistake.
I'm not, there's a story behind that.
Okay.
It involves China.
Not going to share
New
it
York.
on the podcast.
Well, I can if you want me to.
It's okay.
Okay. These buttons meant a lot to me, and I really wanted to get them. It's got, and Marty designed them. It's got a picture of my wife from when we were at a Dean's Classic, or not a Dean's Classic, a Dean's Christmas party. It was also the picture that was used in her obituary, and I'm next to her in the real picture, and that'll be used in my obituary. Marty sat there one night and put her picture on a AI-generated suffragette button, put her in that uniform, that costume, and I said, we got to get these buttons ordered. So Marty ordered these buttons, 250 of them, and they were guaranteed to be here by March 19th. Well, last Monday, after March 19th, Marty called the company and said, where are my buttons?
Where are my buttons?
And they said, what do you mean your buttons? And Marty said, whoa, dudes, you promised March 19th. Well, the only way we can get them to you is if you pay $80 more, and we can't guarantee you'll have them by April 3rd.
Oh,
I had, shall I say, a 73-year-old meltdown
yeah.
because these buttons meant a lot to me.
Yes.
I can get emotional when I talk about Virginia. Marty sensed that I was having a meltdown. And he said, Pops, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Half an hour later, this is Monday night, half an hour later, Marty called me and said, we'll have the buttons by Friday. And I said, the same company? He said, no, they wanted $80 more to guarantee it. And I said, no, we're not going to do it. I found another company. I sent them the artwork. We'll have them by Friday. Wednesday, Marty is getting ready to I'm getting ready to go with Marty doing my Esther Price Easter candy shopping. $650 this year. The Easter Bunny is going to treat people very, very well.
The Easter Bunny's going to have a hernia.
Well, thank you. Tariffs, chocolate cost a whole lot more.
True.
And
Also,
and
we
Sam-
sponsor Esther Price Candy on the entertainment.
and Sam will be happy to know that
Dayton's own.
like 14 ton or something of Kit Kat bars have been stolen in France.
Wow.
Yeah, it was on the national news tonight.
Whoa.
A big shipment of Kit Kat
Kit Kat
bars had been
shipment.
stolen
Wow.
from France. So anyhow, so Marty's coming down here Wednesday morning to go with me to Esther Price and do my Easter candy shopping, and he brings a box in, and it's the box from New York City.
Oh wow.
He ordered it 10:30 Monday night.
Came Wednesday.
Already had it.
They already had it. They're
Wow.
this button here, and I look at it and I'm like, okay, I like it. It's not, I thought, well, it's not as bright as I wanted it to be in the background, blah 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 blah. But it kind of grew on me because it looks older,
Yeah, I like it.
and you want the suffragette thing to
Yeah.
look older. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So Ann Charles Watts comes down to do the title, so I can give the trusty steed away. And she says, oh, I'll take them and pin them on the sashes. So before she left on her spring break, she pinned 114 of these on
Good woman,
114
good woman.
sashes. So then that way we don't have to pass them out. They're
That's
already
great.
there.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here. Was it Friday, Eddie? Yeah, I'm sitting here Friday. And Eddie comes in with a box. It's got Chinese stamps on it. And I'm like, what is this? And it's got a picture of the button on the outside of the box. And he looks at it, and it apparently shipped from a province in China, cleared U.S. Customs on March 26th, and was delivered
Friday.
Row Avenue
27th.
March 27th.
Wow.
So that is why I now have 450.
Well, we can give them in next year's
Yeah.
tea too.
We're going to have a whole bunch of them.
For the
Perfect.
tea next year.
So anyhow, they have a wider background. So anyhow, that's where that all came from.
Lovely.
So anyhow, Suffs is coming up. We have 115 that bought tickets through us. We have another 6 or 7 that are going to be part of our merry band. We're really looking forward to that. And then it's Easter Sunday, so it's just going to be too many things to
We'll
try
take
to
a
do
break.
a podcast.
That's right.
So we're going to be off for a week, but then when we come back, we're going to do everybody's favorite Hamlet.
Hamlet.
Here we go.
Shakespeare.
I don't-
Finally, Sir Laurence Olivier. We're going to do Hamlet.
I don't think
1948.
it's like 3 hours long like the Kenneth Branagh one in the 90s. I don't think it's quite.
I don't know,
so
but
long.
that's the movie we're going to do. So I do have it on DVD. If anybody wants to
Shocking.
come down and watch it.
But we'll see it in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. So that's good.
Can we tell the story about the place we're going to after? I want Sam to tell the story.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this the time?
Yeah.
Sam, so tell the story of the name of the place.
The French name, you snob. Did you hear this thing about Kit Kat bar getting stolen in France?
No.
Like
did
a
not.
3 or 4 ton shipment of Kit Kat bars have been hijacked in France.
Yeah, what do you know about it?
I mean, that's like
Give me a
terrible.
break.
But that's like that terrible processed chocolate. I didn't even know they were allowed to eat those in
Well,
France.
maybe they stole
As a
that
translator.
shipment to destroy it.
Give me a break.
They should have,
Break me off
yeah.
a piece of that Kit Kat
Yeah, like the
bar.
chocolate that they make there in Belgium is so much better.
Now sing that in French. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit
I don't.
Kat
I
bar.
don't sing in any language.
Okay.
But so yeah, so the wine bar, it's called Joy, or at least how they pronounce it, but it's really Joui, Jouy, which is a French word, which in French slang means
Innuendo.
orgasm.
There you go.
Whoa!
Bam! Bam!
I knew you'd like that. Yes,
Whoa!
that is what it, that is
So
what
tell
it
the-
means.
tell the
I
So
don't think my wife would approve.
so we're there.
For Virginia, it's called Joy.
It's called Joy. Yeah, so we're there, and I'm like telling them this, and I'm like, should we tell the owner? Like, oh, she probably knows.
She probably knows, right?
Oh yeah, she totally knows.
She knows.
And she
Yeah.
kind of like downplayed, I think, how much she knew when she
She's-
picked that name.
She's in the back going.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, as soon as we said
Yeah.
it, she was like, I know.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, enjoy.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
And Mary Grace was there when she told the whole story, so
And she didn't.
she didn't mix it
there.
all.
No, she was fine.
Anyway, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a great time.
Oh, I'm
And
so excited.
everybody, Nan and Ann Charles Watts have done so much
Yes.
work on this with getting the money, getting the people worked out. So I am really looking forward to it.
Also, I just want to mention too. I want to the Ufingers are coming. Or they were coming for the play next week, but John Ufinger passed away Thursday night, which is Tony's dad, and I've known him for 20 years, and happened quite suddenly. So we're thinking of the Ufingers this week particularly.
Yeah.
They were set to come. So.
Okay. Now, then the other thing we've got to do is we've already said it, but it's now time to recognize the 2 birthday girls that are here.
Oh,
Kate, whose age shall remain a government secret.
that's fine.
Oh.
I got carded at Dorothy Lane Market this week. I'll take it.
Kate, can I tell you something?
I don't look like I need to be carded. I get it. I know.
I paid
She's
the
6,
person to
7
card
years
you.
old.
Huh?
I knew it. I knew that lady was too nice,
I paid her.
and she was really good.
Well,
at
I
it.
think some of those grocery stores have
I
to.
know. Just
Like,
let me
I get
have my
carded every
moment.
time I go through Kroger.
Okay.
What a buzzkill,
I
Sam.
know. Just let me have my moment. Everybody. I know. I don't look like I'm 21 anymore. But I do think that the massage helped me not look like the 45-year-old troll that I am.
Oh,
45. Whoa. That was so far in my rearview mirror, I've almost lapped you, girl.
Well, that's what the cashier told me. She was like, she was very funny, and she started giggling. She goes, I card everybody. Everybody seems so young to me.
oh, that's
It was
nice.
very sweet.
So anyhow, there's Kate's birthday was yesterday, and Dia's was last Thursday. So on 3, everybody.
Oh, boy.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Kate. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Now, we were going to put 45 plus 17 candles.
Oh, gosh.
I
See?
haven't.
That
I
would've
have.
been
I have
bad.
insurance, and I've got a place across the street, Eddie's house, to live in.
But you decided it would be a bad idea.
Yeah, Eddie's.
Yeah.
We don't have 17 or we don't have that many candles. So anyhow, we've got presents to open, but rather than bore everybody on that, you know what's going to happen. We're off for
2
a
weeks.
week.
Yeah.
2 weeks. We'll be back April 13th. April 12th. We'll be back April 12th when we will talk about Hamlet. With that, we're going to have our birthday cake. We're going to open presents, and Louis is going to get his treats. And I'm wishing everybody to have a reflective Passover and Easter. Godspeed and fair winds until we meet again.